Well, welcome back to the Self-Care Journey interview series for the Self-Care Room at Hypnothoughts this year, folks. I'm really honored to invite each of you to meet each of these individuals so that when you have your time with them in the Self-Care Room, you'll get to know them better and you'll get to experience all that they're generously gifting to us, but also so when you catch each other in the halls, you'll have, conversations and things. So I would like to introduce to you someone who's really made an impact in my life. So we met at a conference about 9 months ago. And since I've met this man, my personal and professional life have just been forever changed. And so I'm really grateful for knowing John and for, he has expertise in so many areas. It would be fascinating to you to learn about the books he's written and the movies he's in and all the things he's done, right? He just has this amazing diverse background of knowledge that's useful to you as a business owner and as a hypnotist and as a human being, right? But what I just really love is that, my favorite part of this story is we were literally just at a hypnosis conference and he happened to show up for a class I was teaching. And then, we sat down and had a chat afterwards. And since then, we actually created a technique that we certify and train people in together. And so I just want to remind you before we get any further into this, that when you meet people at Hypnothoughts this year, just be open to the amazing ways it can change your life, because meeting John has completely changed the last 9 months of my life. So John, thank you for being here for the interview. Thanks for agreeing to be in the Self-Care Room, and tell these people a little bit about yourself.
Well, Sandra, first of all, I mean, you're always very nice. And I just do want to reiterate, though, that you were the highlight meeting you at this conference because, again, to your point about meeting people, at HypnoThoughts, it really is amazing when you find people that you resonate with, that you can create things with. And what's amazing about our industry is that, really sky's the limit and what you can create to really, create amazing benefit for those we work with. So to your point, first of all, yes, we created the olfactory induction technique and we are certifying people, but why, like what qualifies me to do that? Well, when I was 9 years old, I started studying two things: martial arts and world fragrance traditions. When I was 13, I took a decades-long study under a qualified Japanese master of the incense ceremony. In Japanese, it's called Kodo. And so I am a Komoto, which means a master of the incense ceremony, the one who leads the ceremony. And I have lectured internationally on the subject for the past 30 years, some luminaries, regular everyday people. But it's really amazing how it transforms our consciousness, how it really deepens and expands the work we do in hypnosis, and obviously you and our circle that's really starting to grow pretty quickly, has seen that. And so again, I'm very excited about being in the self-care room every day, offering the incense journey. And what's great about this is that you're going to have an experience where this is no extra money. You're going to literally come in to the self-care room, and numerous times throughout the day, we're going to be offering the incense journey. Now, sometimes when I say incense, people say, wait, you mean like the 60s and smoke? No. This is not truck stop incense. This is not pet shop incense. This is the finest, pure, all natural fragrances in the world. And if you ask anybody who's been to any other conference that we've been at, they will tell you that, oh my gosh, it is transformational. Now, this works perfectly along with regular aromatherapy of essential oils. It works perfectly. Sandra and I actually teach both sides of that. And so if you're already into fragrance, you're like, oh, I know what he's talking about. You don't, I
You
promise.
don't. Trust me, you don't. I've been teaching people about essential oils for decades now, and you don't know what you don't know until you meet John.
Well, I appreciate that. And so anyway, it's going to be fantastic. And so, the other part of my background is that I'm a senior executive. My background spans government, education, technology, media, marketing, and branding. I've worked with some of the largest brands in the world. And so if you're someone who, is a part-time hypnotist and is in business, would love to have a chat with you because again, sky's the limit. Sandra, back to you.
Oh yeah, I mean it's amazing what you've done and what you've brought, and you all should know that like I just barely met him. I only known him a few weeks, and this book he had written was being made into a movie. So when his wife came through, they were showing it in Iowa. He let me come and meet his wife, and I got to see him like up on the screen in the movie. And he's just a fascinating man, you guys. it's just so cool, the diversity of the things that he's done and that he's shared. So I just want to clarify for everyone though. So in the self-care room this year, something new. So we have had some incense experience. We're giving away products. So we're giving away oils and things that people can use and experience when they're in the room. But when they come in, this same service that like, like some of those, what's the one? It's like $1,500 for one little drop or whatever that you put in there, right? Like they're for free. They get to come and sit in the circle and experience these products that some of them are worth thousands of dollars. I don't even know how you measure them per droplet, right? Or whatever, right?
Yeah, so the most expensive incense in the world can be upwards of $3,500 a gram. Now, it can
Gram.
range, yeah, per gram, right? These are fragrances that have been written about in every wisdom text, in almost every culture that interacted with that. But it literally produces the mental clarity of a 30-minute meditation in a single inhalation. And so in the self-care room, again, as part of your conference fee, you're going to have an opportunity to come in whenever, sit down with us, really rest and digest, to use a hypnosis term, and get access to very powerful, all natural, pure fragrances that go right to the oldest part of our brain, the rhinocephalon. And so you're going to be able to hack that brain to really have the kind of thoughts or no thoughts that you want and really find that relaxation. Again, this is a part of the conference. This is no extra cost to you. Absolutely. You come in, find that place, it is called the self-care room for a reason, right, Sandra?
Right, right. It's appropriately named. And what you're contributing is just incredible, John. We're so grateful to have you here. Now, you guys should know that although John has spoken at and traveled to conferences before, this is his first Hypnothoughts. So you all get to be especially welcoming and kind to him because this is his first Hypnothoughts experience. We're so grateful that he was able to come. He said, he does lots of other business and consulting work. And so for him to take off the time and come and be with there and just give and give and give for 3 days is really extraordinary. But he also would like to, I'm sure, meet more hypnotists. So he'll be at all the parties, all the events and so on as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we're going to be at the Sahara, and this will not be a desert in any way, shape, or form. I mean, it's bountiful of fragrance and just great connections, and so very excited about it.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, thank you for taking a few minutes today to share in this interview. Thanks for talking about this. Now, I know a lot of the self-care room people are like, I just can't wait to be in that room because they know it's going to be for them too, right? Because they're there giving and working and sharing and that sort of thing. And some of them I think are asking for like some private experiences with you as well. We'll see if that can work out for them. But all of us are so grateful to have John there. And if you haven't met him, this is your year. This is your year, folks. So thank you, John. Thanks for giving me so much of your time. Thanks for all that we've shared in this time that we've met. And welcome to your first Hypnothoughts.
Thank you, Sandra. And just one last little thought. I mean, for me, one of the biggest joys for me, what I'm excited about, is really sharing with people one-on-one with this process to really, make it meaningful for them. So when I'm working with veterans, when I'm working with senior executives, when I'm working with other hypnotists in something called the personal incense journey, it's the next level of this. And so the whole weekend is just going to be just full of connection and great time. And I really appreciate, Sandra, that you've created this for people. And I'm very excited to be at Hypnothoughts. So thank you for everything you do.
Of course, of course. By the way, he's super humble, but if you ask, I've gotten to see pictures of some of the very famous people he's done one-on-one work with. And there's some, like, I know he's not into name dropping, but he's been around and he's done journey for some very world famous people in one-on-one incense journey, right?
I have, but we won't talk about that here. Just ask me the question. Just ask me
Yeah.
the question. I'll answer it.
If you see him personally, he'll tell you about it. It's pretty cool.
Well, actually, that's a good way to end it. So one of the commitments we make as Komoltos is to be available to all people and to accept everyone. But we make a promise that if somebody asks a question, we answer it honestly and quickly. So if you have any questions at all, because true teaching only happens when you ask, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have.
Well, you can see why I'm so honored to have met him. And I'll look forward to you all meeting him this year as well. See you in Vegas.
Sandra,